Welcome to Traffic Jam. My name is Leroy, and I'm gonna get right to it. SummerSlam 2026 is a adequate show, man. It really is. I'm just gonna talk about the overall on this show, and me observing night one and night two, and I'll give my grading with for each night, and give my thoughts on what I saw throughout the rest of this SummerSlam weekend. Now, I'm just going to put this as this. This is just only the matches that I watch. I'll have my assumption with each, what it could be a storyline, and then we'll go from here. Now, I'm just going to go from bottom to the barrel, and I'm going to start with and this is just going to be out of order. So I'm just going to start with night one and give my observation what I saw. Fatal Influence versus the Bello Twins versus Paige. As you know, Fatal Influence got the win. JCJ, I'm just going to say it about her. She is a natural heel. And if I'm WWE, I will push her to the moon. Now, I understand her group, the Fatal Influence. Like I said, I need to see more of this from this group. For the match, I honestly didn't care about the match as much. Now, I do say they do put a lot of effort in this. I'm not taking away from the rest of that puts so much effort in these matches, man. It's just that I always look at that's just 50% of what I see in like the matches, but the aftermath of your character, why we care, why we should care, how you perform, how you react with the crowd, your beef with someone, and you get the idea. I look at little things like that, but JCJ has is a natural heel. She should do this moving forward, but they got the win, and the Bellatons turn on Page. I didn't care for that, man. I really don't. Even though Nikki got injured on that, which is a real shoot. Hopefully, it makes a full recovery. But other than that, man, I didn't care about this. Fatal Influence got the win, and we just have to see what they move forward with this. Now, the Usos with Jimmy and Jay, Fatu, and Jacob Fatu with the Bloodline versus Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Soul Sokola, man. It was a decent match. It really is, man. And I'm just gonna say about LA Knight, man. If they don't just put this guy to the moon as it is, which they are not gonna do, it's really gonna be a missed opportunity as it is, man. And so Sokola, um, should have a babyface run, man. He has been the most improved wrestler in the WWE for the past couple years, from last year to this year. He's really over with the fans, with his new personality. He found his niche, man. If I was them, I'll let them run with this. And Royce Keys, man, he still got a lot of work to do as it is. He really does, man. But as for the bloodline, man, with Jimmy and Jay, hey, it is what it is. Jacob Fatu, um, I understand he's in this situation with the bloodline. I just wish they can make this guy a bloodline hunter, just take out the Samoans and just move forward with this. But they'll stick with the bloodline. I'll get to Roman Reigns in a few moments. But yeah, the Usos lost this match. The bloodline lost the match to those guys. Hey, they got the win, but hey, it is what it is, man. It was decent, man. It was. Now let me get to Gunther versus Nick Aldis, man. That was probably the best old school match that I've seen in a long time. These two men that got in the ring put on a great wrestling match. Um, it was probably the best wrestling match overall. Now everybody will say the main event of night one was CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, so I will get to in a moment. But Nick Aldis versus Gunther, um, put on a decent match. Now Gunther got the win. Um, I understand him getting a win. He finally got a win, but I thought Nick Aldis will be a wrestler, but he got his GM role back because he was a man of his word that he was going to resonate the WWE. But Triple H, the game that damn good, the Cerebral Assassin. Um, took that chance of him getting cut his resignation and got his job back with GM, man. I don't want to say this with creative, man. I don't know what they're doing, man, but I'm glad Nick Aldis got this match. I just wish he could wrestle, but you get the idea. Gunther got the win, and they move forward with this. It was one of the best wrestling matches a night one. It was. Now I'll go to Elo Sky versus Liv Morgan with this match, man, for the women's world championship. If the Judgment Day with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez didn't interfere because they really didn't need it. Now I understand this women, and I'm talking about these two. They do go out, all in, 110% in this match, man. It was average at best for me. I know everybody said this was the greatest match they ever seen. I mean, the Marks will do anything just to give them that huge motivation as it is, man. But for Liv Morgan, man, and she beat Elo Sky for that championship. It's gonna be another 100 days. Probably another 60 months until she defends again, man. Yeah, she got the win, man. But hey, I like Liv Morgan personally, but I just wish they need to change her gimmick as it is, man. And I always say this: the Judgment needs to clean house as it is, man. They really do. Now I'll talk about Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the Undisputed Championship, man. This was just all over the place for me. Now, they'll say this was the best match, and I've been saying this, but watching it as a viewership, man, I'm not going to lie to you. The match really did put me to sleep as it is, man. They really do, man, because the build up to these guys, and I understand they put a professional match together. I'm not going to take that away from them. It's just that I just don't care from these two guys as it is. Now, I did understand why they had to have this match because, CM Punk needs to be the champion as it is. And then saying this, he's 47 years old. And then you got Cody Rhodes that's 41, 42 years old as the challenger as it is. I knew they were not going to turn heel on one of these guys. I just say this. Who's going to be a heel babyface with these matches, man? Who it is, man. I just, they did put me to sleep. Now, they did put a professional match as it is, doing this. As you see the guy on the screen that's on the left corner. Randy Orton, gave the RKO to Cody Rhodes. Now, we'll just have to see. And I like Randy Orton, man. He's a Hall of Famer. Once his career is over with. The man's 46 years old. I believe he's 46, 45, 46. And I'm just saying this, they gotta stop doing these nostalgia acts as it is on these shows, man. But I like Randy Orton, man. He's a one of a kind. But I'll get to him, man. But yeah, man. I feel like Randy Orton is gonna be involved with this championship run. We'll just have to see on SmackDown or probably tomorrow on Raw and Netflix. You never know. But yeah, man, this was an average match at best, man. None against Randy Orton, man. It was just he came out of nowhere, man. He he did the RKO, man, but it was just average at best, man. It really was. And CM Punk attained his Undisputed Championship to defeat Cody Rhodes, man. That's all I got to say about this match. Now, the match with Owen Family versus Brock Lesnar at the Hell in a Cell match, man. It was reasonable as it is. If they're gonna do like a Hell in a Cell, man, like that, like they did, as you know, that it was like the shortest Hell in a Cell match probably in the history of WWE. You would think they would tear each other apart, but you know that Owen Family, and I will make a video about Owen Family, will not save the WWE. I know it's gonna be controversial, but I will have a real insight on why that is. It's not just him. It's just that the whole entire roster needs a huge makeup over in this one. But I'll talk that for another video another day. It was a reasonable match, man. I know that Brock Lesnar put over Open Femi in this match. And Open Femi beat Brock Lesnar He Brock Lesnar gave him the tombstone on that wooden match and tearing up the match on the bottom and gave him that tombstone. Then it came to the Undertaker, and Femi just kicked out of it, and he was indestructible, and then gave the Falls Grace to Brock Lesnar, gave him the 1, 2, 3. And it didn't feel like a Hell in a Cell match. If they were going to do something, they make that as a steel cage. It's just like Hell in a Cell lost, and this is my opinion, lost credibility with this Hell in a Cell, man. Because you would think Hell in a Cell would just, people will never be the same. It just felt like a steel cage match as it is, man. And I'm glad that Brock Lesnar saying he's the I'm the past, he's the future of this. It was reasonable, man, but Brock Lesnar will do business with anybody that will draw money. And OFME is the top guy. It's just that you're gonna need more than just him to be on this roster, man. But it was a reasonable match, man. It really was, man. And for night one, I gave it a C plus just because some of the matches, they were okay, but it just put me to sleep at some of these matches, like with the Undisputed Championship and the 6 women tag team and the women's world champion, man. Those did put me to sleep, man. So I gave it a C plus. It was just average at best, man. It really was. Now let me go to tonight's night 2 with these matches, man. And I'm just gonna go just once I hit the main event with Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's gonna be the last thing, but I'm just gonna randomize this as it is, man. Penta versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. I honestly watched. I was like going from bathroom break with these guys, but I knew Chad Gable was gonna win this. He gave the submission to Penta, man. Hey, Penta did do good business with Chad Gable, so Chad Gable got the win, man. He did, and let's see where that goes, man. Now, Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin, man. Now, for the United States Championship, I knew that Baron Corbin was gonna win this match just because he just came in like 2-3 weeks ago, and I felt like Trick Williams right now will lose this match as it is, just because that Baron Corbin is a new, we'll say a new fresher air, but everybody said he's boring as it is. Now I'm just gonna say Trick Williams, he is super over with the fans. He really is, man, and they could really do something with them. And he is the future with Oba family. You're just gonna need more players involved in this, as it is, man. And I will talk about the match. The match was okay. It was okay. It's just like what I didn't understand, why the hell you would need a table in the match to have that spot with Lil Yachty, which he's doing a decent job as Trick Williams man, as his manager, man. And people may not like Lil Yachty, man. Like I said, I'm not a fan of his music. I still believe he gets the WWE hits, man. And it's crazy that most of these celebrities gets the WWE, but most of the people on the roster doesn't get that opportunity, man. It's crazy that they get away with this. But other than that, man, Baron Corbin beat Trick Williams for that United States Championship and one of his coolest finishes in the days. But the crowd didn't feel it. But we'll see what this goes. But I always say this: Carmelo Hayes should have been in this match, man, in the first place. But we'll see where that goes. Yeah, Baron Corbin beat Trick Williams. He really did, man. Now I'll go with Danhausen versus Dirty Dom, man. It didn't move me, man. It really didn't, man. I knew they were going to have the minions come in, JD McDonough, and, Joe Henry, of all people, was going to get involved in this. I really didn't care. I know Dirty Dom, in this situation, I knew he was going to lose this match. Danhausen is so over with the fans with his merch, and, he's all over WWE. And, I mean, he did "You Are Cursed" for Dirty Dom after he tried to get that money in the polls, whatever that match is, man. Yeah, Danhausen beat Dirty Don, man. If I'm Dirty Don, man, I'll just go and hide his in AAA and be a star with his dad, with The Undertaker, man, right now. He still should need to do that, man. He really does, man. Now, let me talk about the undisputed number one contenders match with Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn, and then Nick Aldis announced adding Gunther to this, and then a surprise of all places is Kevin Owens, coming back, you know what, from the dead. No pun intended. No pun intended. It was a solid match, man. I do believe WWE did a audible on this, man. They need to add something like this. Now, I never seen somebody add a number one contender in a PLE, man. Now, Kevin Owens in this situation, he got the win to pin Sami Zayn on this. I do feel like Sami Zayn right now should be a heel moving forward with this. Because there is a case of him getting screwed not once, not twice, not three, but 4 times over with him, man. And him having Kevin Owens winning this, man, I don't know what they're going to go with this, man. But we'll just have to see, man. It was solid, man. It was a solid match, man. Now, I'll talk about the intern WWE Women's Championship. And I don't like the word intern, man. It's just cheesy to me, man. With Charlotte Flair, with Jay Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and, Last Legend in this situation, man. Now, I'm glad these women has put a lot of effort in doing these matches, man. And it was solid from it is, man, because they do put a lot of effort in these matches, man. Now, I didn't understand Tiffany Stratton being in this situation as she did not defend the U.S. Championship. It's not her fault. I always say this about creative. They should be defending titles in PLEs, but no, they don't have the tag team. That's another video another day. But I'm just gonna talk about this match, man. It was solid, man, with the spots. These ladies do put a lot of effort in this. Now, Last Legend still needs some work to do. She is a powerhouse woman in the women's division. She's in that Jade Cargill, Charlotte Flair tier as it is, but she needs a lot of work as it is. If she can continue to improve her skill on the mic and her personality, she could be a big player in the game. But I would say that she should be managing Trick Williams instead of Liliati, man. That's just my opinion, man. But that's for another video another day. But they do put a big match, man. Charlotte Flair, man. Hey, she needs to be. They need to do something with her. Jay Cargill. They really need to do something with her. She needs to disband her group, B-Fab and Michin immediately and be on her own and get a manager. And then for Tiffany Stratton, man, hey, the boys in the I wouldn't say the boys in the back, but the men that's in creative loves her to death, man. Really do, man. And she should. I mean, Tiffany Stratton. I mean, she is like, I wouldn't say plain as potatoes, but I just think she just needs a makeover, and I do believe she needs to be a heel right now as it is, because I think her babyface gimmick is still as it gets, man. Nothing against her. She's really a phenomenal athlete, but they need a makeover her. But Creed may not do anything. But as for Chelsea Green, man, I love Chelsea Green winning this championship. I like her gimmick. I love her personality, and I rarely use love in these freaking videos, man. She's one of the best workers in WWE. It's not even close, man. She gets it. She's 100% with the shits that they do with WWE. I'm glad that she won this intern women's championship, which I don't like the word intern. It sounds silly to me. This is not the UFC. This is not boxing. This is the WWE. Once you relinquish the title, it should say WWE World Championship, not intern. But I do applaud Chelsea Green, man. She's my favorite to watch. She gets it, and I'm glad that she won, man. And hopefully they do something with her, because she better not drop the title tomorrow on freaking SmackDown. Because if they do, man, what was the point of putting the title on her in the first place? What was the point, man? But yeah, Chelsea Green won the ladders match for that intern WWE Women's Championship. I'm proud of her, man. I'm proud of her. And it was a solid match. Now, let me get to the main event of Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. I was in and out in this match, man. Now I understand they will say people said this is match of the year. This is the greatest match. Everybody will pull over this match any day. But these guys, I understand they do put a lot of effort, and I always say these refs do put a lot of effort in these matches. They just tune me in and out of this. They do these broken tables, doing these in the crowd, man. I mean, we seen this before, man. I'm sorry, guys. This is not match of the year, man. Everybody will put this over. I know the people that watches that show will put this over. Oh, this is match of the year. It's not. It's better than CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is not a match of the year, man. It was a modern match that they could have on Raw, on Netflix, and SmackDown, or they want to do like Saturday Night's Main Event, man. That's just my opinion, man. I'm not taking these guys away from him. I like how they did at the end. They um felt their truce with. Now they did put the mask on there with D Ambrose not being there, and you know D Ambrose is not going to be on WWE anytime soon. Probably not at all anymore because you know he's in AEW, and that's another view another day. But this was a modern match, man. It really was, man. But I did like how they ended at the end, man. I do appreciate they did that. Yeah, man. And I would give my grade for night two. I give it a B minus, man, just because of the surprises of Kevin Owens, and then and me winning these predictions. I think if you watch the video of it, I was like five. I would say 6 out of 6, but I was 5 out of 6 out of this just because they did this unpredictability with that number one contenders match, man, and it was a adequate show as it is in night two, man. It's a B minus, man. But for overall, man, I give it like a B minus just because it was reasonable, man. It was modern, it was average, it was solid. It wasn't special. It didn't. People are saying this is the greatest SummerSlam of all time. I mean, it's just like I just don't listen to those people. I just watch the Deserve as a viewer. I'm being honest with y'all, man. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat things. I'm not gonna like rant about, oh my gosh, this show was terrible. This show was not that good. It was just from my perspective. I did expect other things to happen on this show, but it was a adequate show, man. SummerSlam 2026 is a adequate show, man. It really is, man. It really is. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I know I'm talking soft as it is, man. I know I'm just a little exhausted watching these shows, man. It's just I focus on the matches, man. I know these wrestlers put a lot of effort in matches these days, man. It's just that they just don't use storylines well enough. They'll say the storyline with Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi, with Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, and then they could talk about, excuse me, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk with storylines. But dude, man, they just never. They always have these nostalgia aspects. Now, the only storylines I could see it is a legitimate would have to be Gunther versus Nick Aldis of all places, man. But that's it, man. That really comes down to that. Nothing against Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi, man. Now, I do understand Obafemi got a lot of pressure moving forward right now. It's not going to be his fault. I do see the man, and I do look in the man's face, man, and he does like, and he's like, okay, this is I'm gonna be feeling some big shoes moving forward because I'm always saying this. Overfame's not gonna say it to WWE. You're just gonna need more play, and it's not just him. It's just what creative is going to do with these shows moving forward, man. Because Monday Night Football is around the corner, man, and football is the most popular sport, probably not just in America right now. They're global as it is now. Like it's an international thing now. And they're getting these viewership trying to compete with those guys it's not an easy thing to do. But it's no excuse, man, because you still gotta bring those viewerships up. You still need to bring those fans in there. And I could talk about the attendance there. I think night two filled up better than night one. Now everybody say, oh, they didn't fill up 75,000 seats, man. Excuse me. But it felt at least 40,000 night 2. I think they filled up, but they'll say it was, and it was less than last year's as it is, man. And that's still a bad sign, and as it is. But other than that, man, it was a adequate show, man. I'm not gonna say it was horrible or terrible. It was just, or good or bad. It was just a regular show. It was just a regular show they could have had on Raw and Netflix, and also on SmackDown on Friday, man. I'm just being honest, man. It just was. I'm just being honest. And yeah, man, it was an adequate show. It really was. We just have to see what Raw and Netflix they're gonna do. See if somebody gonna drop the title, or they're gonna do so. Because creators got to take over this, man. Because that's where they're gonna lead in trouble, man. And you just don't know with this show, man. You just don't know. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. It was a long weekend, but hey, we made it through. You have a good night, and see you on Monday. And I'm gonna play this music coming out. Thank you all. You have a good one.